In recent years, astonishing technological developments have pushed humanity toward far-reaching morphological transformations that promise to redefine what it means to be human. Among these is a growing intellectual and cultural movement known as transhumanism. The transhumanists plan to use genetics, robotics, artificial intelligence, and nanotechnology as their tools for reshaping and radically redesigning our minds, our memories, our physiology, and even our offspring.
When I first heard the word transhumanism, like a lot of people, I was a little overwhelmed. Was this science even possible? Or was it just science fiction? It was immediately clear that if this technology were, in fact, real, these developments might lend themselves as an aid to humanity in the ceaseless battle for health and long life. But on the other hand, something in my gut sensed that there could be another side to all of this. When something appears too good to be true, it often is. So questions formed in my mind. What were the moral implications of becoming something other than Homo sapiens sapien, humans, what we are today? Would we be human at all if the agenda of these scientists were met? Well, I decided to investigate the issue, and I started reaching out to experts on all sides of the movement, and I was surprised by what some of them had to say.
Transhumanism is basically a worldview developed by those who want to consider living longer and applying the skilled sciences and emerging technologies and bringing this about through principled values and ethics. Transhumanism, as a philosophical point of view, is a codified philosophy that pretty much does the same thing. As a philosophy, it is seeking knowledge and truth about ways we can look at improving the human condition, extending life, improving environmental situations, our transportation, communication, ways we can work as a species to better enrich and protect and sustain our species. As a worldview, it's based on the enthusiasm and proactivity of people throughout the world who want to put good use to the sciences and technologies that are emerging. Therefore, it has become a worldview.
One of the challenges for transhumanists is to push forward an idea that comes out of the Enlightenment, which is that what gives us moral standing, or what's significant about being a human being and alive, is that we're a self-conscious, subjective being. Humanity has the right and obligation to take rational control of its own destiny and to improve its welfare through reason and science. And the challenge is that as we begin to do that in ways that move beyond the constraints of being human, live longer than humans traditionally have more cognitive abilities, have more physical abilities than humans traditionally have, that it's no longer humanism, it's something beyond humanism. And so that meaning is that we're transcending humanism, or humanism that transcends itself.
Humanism. Everybody talks about humanism, that is the worship of the human being. And from the secular perspective, I think transhumanism could be construed as an extension of what is now the humanist model. We know what the human being is, we've analyzed the human being, we've psychoanalyzed the human being, we have looked into the genetics of the human being, and now people are saying it's time to perfect the human being. And that's a secular enterprise. So transhumanism, from the secular perspective, is, I think, going on beyond humanism to create a more perfect human being. Man cannot improve upon what God has done in the past.
Transhumanism is a utopian and a neo-eugenic social movement that presumes that it will be able to create a post-human species for the betterment of humankind. I think there are four primary elements to the movement. Number one might be called radical self-design. That is, turning myself, if I want to, into a purple and plaid entity with wings. The second would be immortality, the idea that somehow we could recreate our biology so that we can live hundreds of years, if not become immortal. The third is a procreative redesign, that is, presuming the right to create our progeny to suit our needs in the future, what we think would be a better human being, either for them perhaps, but also mainly for us. For example, the person who's a frustrated musician trying to redesign his embryo so that when the child grows up, they can be Beethoven. And I think the fourth is kind of a neo-deity project, the idea that we can become gods and we can endow life with certain attributes that we think are better. There's a certain hubris to the entire movement. There's certainly utopianism, which is always dangerous, and there's eugenics because it denies the idea of human exceptionalism and the unique importance of human life.
Throughout the years, artificial intelligence has exerted significant global influence upon arts and culture through media, cinema, television, and literature. Enticing and colorful fantasy concepts have played out on the big screen or in books, firing the imaginations of avid science fiction fans across the globe. The robots of the past were friend and foe, heroes and monsters, saving the world or ensnaring it. And they were all fiction, until now.
Science may have just opened the gates of hell.
Call now and get Tom Horn's The End Time Revelation Package, which includes his 2-part, 3-hour DVD expose, Inhuman, the next and final phase of man is here, plus his book, Forbidden Gates, and 2 bonus internet downloads, a 13-week Bible study, The Forbidden Gates Workbook and Teacher's Guide, plus a PDF download of his book, Spiritual Warfare, The Invisible Invasion. All yours for a donation of $39. Shipping and handling is included. Ask for offer number 9385. Tom Horn exposes how the scientific community in league with government entities are trying to replace the creator's role, acting like they are God, thinking it will lead to good, but actually they are playing into the hands of Satan, who is plotting the destruction of humanity as we know it. You will find out through this eye-opening prophetic package. Scientists are wanting to literally redefine what it means to be a human. Transhumanism will become the norm, not the exception. This could allow dictators of countries to rule with an iron grip beyond their physical lifespan. The U.S. Pentagon is concerned with China and Russia, who are experimenting with genetic modification of superhuman soldiers on the battlefield. 666 update. The mark of the beast could be the new digital tattoos that will store medical information and allow you to buy or sell and do all your financial transactions. It will also be used for tracking your every movement. Science and technology are crossing the line of God's divine order of creation. You will learn that the scientific community, along with world governments, want to rewrite human genetics, combining human and animal DNA and interfacing our brains with artificial intelligence. This must-have prophetic package not only informs you with what is happening, but you will be equipped with the weapons of spiritual warfare to come against the forces of darkness and therefore protect your children and grandchildren for generations to come. Plus, you will receive this free bonus material. Download Tom Horn's powerful 13-week Bible study, Forbidden Gates, Teacher's and Leader's Guide. Great for sermons and Bible study. Download Tom Horn's book, Spiritual Warfare, The Invisible Invasion. Fully understand spiritual warfare and how to pray. Don't miss out on getting Tom Horn's The End Time Revelation Package, which includes his 2-part, 3-hour DVD expose, Inhuman, the next and final phase of man is here, plus his book, Forbidden Gates, and 2 bonus internet downloads, a 13-week Bible study, The Forbidden Gates Workbook and Teacher's Guide, plus a PDF download of his book, Spiritual Warfare, The Invisible Invasion. All yours for a donation of $39. Shipping and handling is included. Ask for offer number 9385. Call or you can send your check to Sid Roth. It's Supernatural. P.O. Box 39222, Charlotte, North Carolina 28278. Please specify offer number 9385 or log on to sidroth.org. Call or write today.